Victor Wembanyama, of course, out for the rest of the season now. He is dealing with a blood clot situation that the Spurs found when he came back from the All-Star break. This is really upsetting. Obviously, the Spurs just made the trade for De'Aaron Fox. They were starting to get into a little bit of a groove, and when you come back from the All-Star break, this is the time that you're ramping up to make that playoff push if you're not already sitting in the playoffs. Well, just getting De'Aaron Fox, they're trailing these Suns in the standings. I think they're in 11th place in the West. They were looking to go on a run, and now that's kind of shut down without Victor. As you can see, this article dropped 20 minutes ago, maybe. Victor Wembanyama is expected to miss the remainder of the season with a deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder, the team announced Thursday, which is a form of a blood clot. The Spurs said in a statement that the condition was discovered after Wembanyama returned to San Antonio after the All-Star game. A thrombosis is a form of a blood clot. The Spurs believe it is an isolated issue for Wembanyama. Wemby is the reigning Rookie of the Year, first-time All-Star this season, was averaging 24.3, 11 boards, almost 4 assists, and a league-leading 4 blocks in 46 games. He will not be eligible for All-NBA, Defensive Player of the Year, or other major awards because he did not meet the 65-game minimum requirement. The team said in a statement that updates on Wembanyama's condition will be provided as appropriate. So sad, man. I think it's also really sad for the bettors. I was thinking about this. Anybody who betted Victor Wembanyama to win a Defensive Player of the Year award is now, I don't know if they get their money back, if the bet is voided, whatever it is, but obviously that is the last thing most people are thinking of. You want to hope that Victor Wembanyama is okay. As a Piston fan, I instantly think of Ausar Thompson. Last year, he missed the remainder of this season after the All-Star break. It may even have been before the All-Star break. I don't quite remember, but he missed the remainder of the season with a blood clot situation as well. Now, I don't know how similar their situations are, Victor Wembanyama and Ausar Thompson, but Ausar, it took him out for the rest of the season. A lot of the offseason, he missed, I think, the first couple games, first 10 games of the regular season this season, and he hasn't played over 30 minutes yet in a game. So it's taken him a very long time to get back to a point where he can start contributing again and playing at a high level. Now, like I said, we are very hopeful for Victor Wembanyama. We don't want to see this for anybody. I mean, this pretty much retired Chris Bosh. Like I said, I don't know how similar these situations are between Chris Bosh, Ausar Thompson, and Victor Wembanyama, but blood clots are very serious and can be life-threatening. So the Spurs have a generational talent. Like, this is a guy they're investing in for the future of their organization for the next 15 years. You want to be as careful and as diligent as possible when dealing with blood clots. So with all of that being said, making the trade for De'Aaron Fox, you still could make a push. The Phoenix Suns suck. You could make a push for that 10th seed if you wanted to, but you also have your own pick. You have Atlanta's pick. There's a chance you have 2 lottery picks in this coming draft with a chance at Cooper Flag, which if you could somehow land Cooper Flag, the NBA has to be on watch. Cooper Flag, Victor Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, like Jeremy Sohan, if that was a possibility, that would be absolutely insane. And I could see Adam Silver somehow pulling some strings to get Cooper Flag in San Antonio, man. You never know with the NBA. That would be absolutely insane. But prayers up to Victor Wembanyama. I don't know what the Spurs' future plans are. Obviously, I think they're going to still remain competitive. You do have De'Aaron Fox who requested a trade there. He doesn't want to tank. I'm sure he wants to still be competitive. Chris Paul is getting in the last years of his career. So you have to consider all of this stuff. You have a decent roster around some of these guys. You lose out on your best player by far. Who knows what the future of the Spurs is going to be for the remainder of the season, but prayers up to Victor Wembanyama. Hope nothing is too severe with this blood clot situation. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Casuals only. I'm out.